Hey everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome to my Twilight Pack DLC overview, review, first look, whatever you want to call it. Special huge thanks to Frontier, as always, for giving me the opportunity to check out the DLCs early. And I have to say, this is definitely probably my most favorite pack since the Aquatic Pack, which I think that was almost 2 years ago now. But yeah, this one has a focus, obviously, by the name Twilight Pack. It has some nocturnal animals, but also a lot of really cool kind of Halloween themes. Decorating pieces and building pieces. As you can see, we have a big old jack-o'-lantern with a giant grin on his face. But yeah, so I made this little zoo here. I mean, I say little, it's not like tiny, but you know, I like to, when these packs come out, kind of make like little mini zoos to kind of showcase the animals and, you know, some of the building pieces you can use rather than just kind of laying out all the pieces and showing everything to you. I used to do that, and then I don't know, I just felt like this was a little bit cooler to do. But yeah, so this is our zoo. And I have it in, around dusk, so we have a nice, almost sunset view. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So we have, as per usual with these packs, we have 4 new animals and 1 new exhibit animal, which I'm going to save for last because I think that is the sort of biggest game changer to Planet Zoo. I would even go as far as to say the biggest game changer since the Aquatic Pack, with the, you know, addition of the swimming mechanic. But here we are. We're going to start with the skunks, the striped skunk, and pretty common. I think most people know what these guys are. But yeah, I just made them a nice little habitat here. You can see them over here. And as you can see, they do make use of the newer small burrow that we got in the, was that the last pack? I think so. But yeah, just as you would expect, these guys look amazing. Just look at the fur. I love, you can just see like each like individual strand of hair. It's pretty cool. And oh, must be dinner time. Oh, here you can see the skunk just emerged from the burrow. They smelled the food. They were like, ooh, dinner time. I'm gonna wake up so I can eat. Yeah, all of the animals in this pack, they're all pretty small, so they don't require, you know, huge habitats. This one is even probably at least twice as big for the skunk's needs. A lot of the decorations you'll see me using throughout the zoo are primarily from the Twilight Pack DLC. So obviously the skunk signs, the iron fence here that I used, these concrete pieces, the wood in between. Also, the fallen leaves decoration here. Those are also new. You can also see back here, just in the little staff area I made, you can see some of the new building pieces. Lots of great like wood pieces and like these iron pieces there. Like the new roof, like the roof pieces, the castle pieces. I didn't go as heavy with the castle theming in this zoo, but there's tons of new, you can see here, like stone wall pieces and just like the little iron ring handles there. Just everything is just, oh, it just looks so good. And then we're gonna make our way up here. Excuse me, everybody. We have the common wombat up here. You can tell by the sign. We got a little bathroom. Made a little path over here so people can come. You know, they can get themselves like a little burger, a little bite to eat. Have a nice little view of the area around. Also, these tables. Obviously, those are new. Also, like, I love, like, not only is the design super cool, but like the glass table, like growing up, like you can see the textured glass. Growing up, we had a patio table that had glass with that exact texture on it. So that's like super crazy to me that they added that. So yeah, we'll come back around this way. So over here, we have the common wombat habitat. Oh, look at that. We just left that right in the middle of the path. Let's go ahead and delete it. Good job, Josh. So I wanted to create like a little seating area for the guests to listen to the educators. So I made like a little spot here. You can see the common wombat statue. And yeah, here's their little habitat. Again, like I said, not very big. They don't require super huge habitats. I promise you though, they're not dead. He's just sleeping. But I love the way they look. Look at their little paws. Look at the bottom of their paws there. Oh, it's so cute. Man, just look at them the way they walk. They're so cute and fluffy. Like their little ears twitch. Man, Frontier does such a good job with the animations. Like just the little things like their ears twitching, and wait till we get to the bats. Like, for as small as those guys are, they just like, man, the animations on them are so good. But look at them. You gonna play with the box? You sniffing it? I think you do. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. I love it. They stand up with it. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, you gonna go with the scratching post now? Nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta get that scratch. He's scratching his bum. He's scratching his bum. Ah, I love it. Oh, so good. If you also didn't notice, there's a new enrichment item. It's kind of in the water a little bit, but it's a little jack-o'-lantern ball. All right, so we're gonna make our way to the raccoon habitat, which is also, as you can see, guests can enter the habitat. There's the jack-o'-lantern ball again. Look at this one. He's just laying right on the enrichment disc. Probably from this jack-o'-lantern ball. I don't think I've ever seen an animal just lay right on that. But yeah, so raccoons are cool because, like, obviously you can let your guests walk through them. So I tried to make it an interesting looking habitat for the guests, as well as for the raccoons too. Get an up close look here. Look at them, just looking so mischievous. Oh, he's gonna go for a swim. Oh, look at that. I don't think I've ever seen a raccoon swim IRL, but I'm sure they can. It's just something about the way they walk. Maybe because of the black fur on their face, but just the way they walk, it makes them just instantly look like they're up to no good. Who knows what they're planning? Oh, and he's playing with the ball. You gonna play with the water jet too? Yeah, you are. Yeah, just really love the way these guys look. Also, I'll say this habitat also way bigger for them than it needs to be. But like I said, I tried to make it interesting for the guests as well as for the raccoons themselves. Yeah, they're just a lot of fun. Another thing you might have noticed are the eyes in the trees. So those are a new scenery piece as well. They actually, each version is a different color, but I made them all the same color for that decoration. We also have new benches. This is also, believe it or not, this is also a trash bin. There are two versions of this. So there's one that doesn't have the roiling and toiling witch's brew inside. So if you don't want that with like all the, you know, green smoke and stuff coming off of it, you don't have to do that. All right, and so here we are. Here is our new bat exhibit slash habitat. And as you can see, it looks like it's open, right? And it technically is. This is the bat habitat, it's the new walkthrough exhibit. And I actually have two of them here. You can see the bats flying around there. Oh, that's so cool. That's exactly the way bats look when they're flying around too. Interesting fact, bats never stop flapping their wings when they're flying. You know, like birds will sometimes glide through the air. Bats don't do that. They're constantly flapping their wings. But back to the habitat here. So yeah, this is the new walkthrough exhibit. And what makes it really cool is it's super customizable. And if you've played Prehistoric Kingdom, it's exactly like the exhibit habitats in which basically that means you can toggle off all of the walls, the floors, and the ceiling, and you can just create this open air exhibit like I've done here. So that way you can get super clever with your decorating and just kind of make it seem like it's all out in the open. Now, in real life, this probably wouldn't work just because the bats would probably just fly away. But, you know, for the video, I just wanted to show the versatility of the new walkthrough exhibit. So you can see I did things like I put trees like right next to the boxes and the ropes that they hang from. I put some around here. Their little apple wire, which this guy's hanging over right here. Try to get up nice and close to them, but see what I mean? Like, look at their ears, like they're always listening because they have that like almost like that sonar kind of style of hearing. So you can just see their ears twitching. They look so cute though. Look how cute they are. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know it's getting late in the nighttime, but it's actually early for you. You're about to head out and go do all your bat things. Yeah, they're really incredible looking. Again, just another stellar job by the developers at Frontier. But yeah, so if we want to take a look at the exhibit here, we'll switch it to daytime, just so I want to show you all what they actually look like. So we'll come over here. So they're under the exhibit and menu here, and then they're right here, walkthrough exhibit. So as you can see, it looks like the smaller exhibits that we've had for, you know, the whole time. And you can see as I rotate, you can see the path through there. You know, it doesn't like that area. The ground's not flat enough. There we go. So yeah, so there is the walkthrough exhibit, and I love the like plastic curtains. Such a cool touch. But yeah, on the inside, it's literally just an empty box with the path. You're like, how is this going to be a cool exhibit? But if you click on it, and you go over here to the customize panel, so you can do things like, if you click on wall 1, you have solid wall, which is what it is now. You have glass, so if you want, this would have made more sense for the bats to have the guests like just kind of walk up and watch them through the glass. But, like I said, I tried to make it look a little cooler. And then you can do none. And you can do that for all the walls. You can go to none. And then you can also customize the door. Well, you can either have the door or you can have it off, which is what I did with our bat habitats. So there you go. There is the walkthrough exhibit. You can change the path, so you don't have to have that one. Of course, that's what I did. Speaking of paths, we have the new stone slate path, which I used all throughout the zoo here. But yeah, it's super customizable. If you click on it like this, you still get the outline, so you can still see it. If you decorate it the way I did, it does make that a little harder to see if you have tons of scenery and stuff around it. But I see people doing some pretty cool stuff with this. Like I said, it probably makes more sense to actually have this be like an indoor habitat, because otherwise the bats would fly away. So I'm looking forward to seeing the indoor habitats that people will make for these guys, especially like with the castle theming. We go over here to construction. So here are all of the new scenery and building pieces, but there's tons of cool stuff. So like we have these castle tower. We have several different sizes of each one. We have like the tower base. We have the jack-o'-lanterns, which again, I just love. So you have 3 different sizes here. This middle one is actually white by default, but the game likes to retain the color of the last piece you place. But yeah, so you have 3 jack-o'-lanterns there. Some really, really great roof pieces. Look at that. It's all like gothic and cool looking. Move over here so the sun shines on it. So cool. And as you would expect, just about everything is flexi color, so you can change up all the colors of everything. We have the castlements. I also really like these decorative mushrooms, which are also lights. So if we go over here to lights, yeah, all these are lights. The jack-o'-lanterns are lights. Here are the eyes I was telling you about. So you can see there's 4 different ones. Each one is a different color. These torch brackets, which work well for the torches, but also just like really great decorative pieces. I like using them for like doors, which work really well for that. We have these new iron fences, which you saw in our skunk habitat, but they gave us like pieces of them as well. So we have like just the pole there, or the post. There's a thicker version. There's the iron gate. There's a curved version. Also, another great thing are these lantern chains. I've been saying for a long time, we have these we do have a chain item in I think it's part of the base game, but it's huge, it's massive, and it's not super versatile. So they gave us this little teeny tiny one, which, man, I'm probably going to use that a lot, especially in our Horizon Zero Dawn Zoo. I used that, probably wasn't super noticeable. I used that over here on our Twilight Zoo sign, so you can see there. So it kind of gives you an idea about how the size of it. So it's smaller. Yeah, I think it's going to be able to be used quite well. Another thing that's going to be great for building are these new wooden posts, because they look really good. They look a little worn and a little weathered. In fact, I'm going to favorite them right now because I will be using those quite a bit in our Horizon Zero Dawn zoo. We have some new sculptures here. And actually, it's kind of funny, well, not funny, but Frontier had sent me a little gift that included pins of these statues or sculptures. Came in this like really nice wooden box. Super awesome. I also love the bat sculptures there. And of course, we have the skunk and the wombat. I love the little vampire guy with his like little fangs. We have some really great glass window pieces. Several different sizes of those. And speaking of windows, they did give us another two actually emissive decal, which if you don't know, this is basically some of the windows have a lit version. So where at nighttime they produce light, so they look like interior light is shining through. They started giving us these a couple packs ago, but they're really handy because you can create your own window frame with them. So they gave us two of these, just two different styles. So those are really cool. If you haven't seen those before, so we just type E. Oops. There we go. So yeah, we've had these for a while now. I want to say, was it maybe the Africa pack? Was it that long ago? Or maybe it was the European pack. I can't remember. But yeah, they're super useful for creating lit windows where you can just create your own frame with them. And of course, it wouldn't be a DLC without a free update. So if you don't get the Twilight Pack, you still get the free update. Some new things that come along with that is the overpopulation management here. So you have things you can manage population. So if you wanted to do it automatically, animals exceeding this specified population limits are automatically removed. So if you don't really want to worry about it, you can do that. Yeah, so super handy. This is for exhibits. Also for exhibits, there's a new orbit camera. So if you go here, you can see the bat. Oh, that was perfect timing. Bat getting a little something to drink there. Getting a little nectar. But yeah, so you have this new, probably added because of the bats. So you have the new orbit. Previously, you just had this like interior one for exhibits, but now, like most other animals, when you'd click on them, you'd have the orbit camera. So we have that now for exhibits, which is really cool. This guy's super active. He just got a load of, oh, he's going back for more nectar. Yeah, there were a lot of updates around exhibits with this free update, probably because of the addition of the bats. But another new one are custom exhibit facades. So I had to put an animal in here in order to show it. But similar to the billboards, you have an option to change up what you want it to look like, but you can also import your own and make a custom one. I already have some in my folder because I use them quite a bit. So like we could do the aquarium here, you can see. So not only can you do a static image, you can do videos as well. Quite a few different ones. There's a better one. I have some Horizon Zero Dawn stuff that I've used in our Horizon Zero Dawn zoo. There we go. There's a snap moth for you. So yeah, that's also very cool. I showed you the new path right there. There's also a new terrain stamp tool, which is the ramp tool. You get like a really nice little ramp there. They added this pretty much to make it easier to build paths, like sloped paths and things. So it is customizable. You can, use the advanced move tool. Just with the other terrain stamp tools, you can adjust the angle if you want. You can make it super sharp, all that stuff. You can do either add or subtract. So you can make it go down if you want to do that. And of course, if you're not really into building your own custom stuff, there are new blueprints. So you can go ahead and just kind of place down some stuff, get your Twilight Zoo running, and you don't really have to worry about it. Another free addition or part of the free update is some of the biomes have new biome skirts. If you don't know what a biome skirt is, that is the background on any of the maps that you go into. I will say when they announced it, I thought it meant you could choose your own, but really that just means some of the biomes and continents have new skirts. So the South America desert, I'm pretty sure that skirt is new. There's some in the tropical ones. This one is new. Previously, all of the tropical biomes had this same skirt. You've probably seen it if you've noticed, if you've done a tropical zoo. So like the Asia has some more mountainous stuff behind it. The Oceania has some mountains that are like covered in trees. I think my favorite though is the South America one. We'll load into this. If you remember the South America DLC, that gave us a new map altogether. Well, we've got an even newer one now. Very similar, on the top of a mountain, but it's a lot more flat. The other one, if you've seen it, you may recall, it's a lot more narrow, and it actually has a little bit of terrain difference to it. But they gave us pretty much the same one, but it's just a little bit bigger and it's a little bit more flat, so might be a little bit easier to work with. But I just love that background. There you go, everybody. That was my Twilight Pack first look, overview, review, whatever you'd like to call it. Like I said, this is my favorite pack since the Aquatic Pack, and because of the new pieces, and the bats are really cool, but because of what it does and what it changes for the game. Just the same way that the Aquatic Pack introduced the new swimming mechanic, the bats introduces a new flying mechanic. And, I've been super skeptical about us actually ever getting a birds DLC, just because, we're nearly 3 years into the life of the game. And other than since the Aquatic Pack, we haven't really had that many game-changing mechanics added. But this is definitely just as big of a new mechanic as the swimming one was. And if they're giving us bats, then, I'm going to say my thought has changed. This might be a precursor to us getting an actual birds. If they can make the bats, which I would argue to say, I don't know anything about development, but I would say might be harder to animate just because they're really erratic the way they fly. So yeah, who knows? We might get a birds DLC now. I'm definitely back on board with the idea that it's something we could get. Look at him munching away. Yeah, so let me know what you guys are most excited for. Which of these animals is your favorite? If you're getting the DLC, what habitat are you going to build first? I would love to know about it in the comments below. And yeah, I think that should be it. I'd also like to mention, if you would like to check out the zoo for yourself in-game, if you get the pack, I have uploaded this to my Steam Workshop, so the link to that will be in the description down below. So as always, be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I am 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.